I'm Tiziana Deering. The job market in the state is solid right now. Unemployment in Massachusetts has stayed at 4.4%. Layoffs have finally slowed, but artificial intelligence is changing work in Greater Boston. It's disrupting jobs and even how people get them. Recruiters say companies are replacing some jobs with AI, and AI programs that filter resumes make it harder for candidates to stand out. Columnist Scott Kirsner, with our editorial partner MassLive, is here with us to share some insight. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Tiziana.
So let's start with this overview of where we are on employment. How healthy is the job market in Massachusetts right now?
Recruiters that I talk to all say this is not the worst market they've ever seen, but it's not the best market they've ever seen. It's somewhere in the middle. Candidates, when you talk to them, obviously feel like this is a tough market where there isn't a lot of hiring momentum. You don't see companies posting tens, hundreds of jobs at a time, right? So we're not in any kind of hiring boom in any industry. And that unemployment statistic may not tell the whole full story of where things are right now. They feel a little bit frozen.
Well, in fact, you're reporting 7 different trends. And I do want to focus on artificial intelligence. Tell us a little bit more about how AI is impacting the job market.
So on the front end, when companies post job descriptions and start accepting resumes through a website like Indeed or LinkedIn, they're using AI-enabled screening software to say, does this candidate have the requisite skills in the technologies? Do they have the right number of years so that you don't have to have a human spending time looking at those hundreds of resumes? You know, the AI can do that matchmaking. Now, candidates feel like, oh, if the AI is doing the matchmaking, I should use AI to fine-tune my cover letter. So it's a little bit like if you remember the Mad Magazine cartoon, Spy versus Spy, with the white, the Eastern Bloc and the U.S. or the white spy and the black spy. It's like AI versus AI.
So you spoke to a recruiter, Scott, who said that a career in computer science is a dead career now. Here's Kate Morgan from the firm Boston Human Capital Partners.
When people call me and they say, hey, my kid's looking at schools, the last thing I want to hear from them is that they're studying data science or computer science.
Now, as listeners who have kids studying that right now, clench, right? That feels like a really big shift. I also wonder, is it really true that computer science is a dead career? And if so, for everyone?
No, I think the nuance here is that everybody's been hearing for the last 15 or 20 years, oh, you should learn how to code. And so a lot of parents and their kids took that advice. So I think you have to have 2 things in mind. The actually writing rough drafts of the code is something AI has gotten really good at. And so that may be, sort of vanishing a whole bunch of entry-level software development careers that if you graduated a 4-year college, you'd go into that job. But the software development and design and management, that oversight job, nobody thinks those are going to go away. And in fact, the Bureau of Labor Statistics says that's still a growth career for the next 10 years, is that kind of project management, design, and oversight of software.
I want to talk about some numbers that came out from the Greater Boston Chamber of Commerce. They just did a survey that showed 63% of businesses reported increased efficiency from AI. 24% have seen job role changes, but not reductions because of AI. What are you hearing as you talk to businesses?
Every business that has been hearing the words artificial intelligence for the last 2+ years is in exploratory mode, right? I think before companies hire the next employee, they're saying, what can these tools do to make existing employees more productive, more efficient? And the other dynamic with AI is that it really isn't baked into everybody's day-to-day work and processes. There's a lot more potential to it, but it's clear that we're on like a forward, upward trajectory with this stuff. And, it's going to give some businesses a competitive edge, potentially also reduce the number of people that they need to hire every year.
Scott Kirsner, you can read his column at masslive.com. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks a lot.